Good evening and welcome. You're watching Left, Right and Centre with me, Sanket Upadhyay. Now, as far as the Jharkhand political situation is concerned, it's a bit of a potboiler at this moment. One does not know what the future is ahead for the Chief Minister, Hemant Soren. You see, a number of things have happened. He has been accused of benefiting himself, allotting plots of land to himself. And he's also the Chief Minister. So as the owner of plots of land and also being the Chief Minister, is this an office of profit case? The matter went to the Election Commission. The Election Commission, sources say, believes that yes, this is a case of an office of profit and thus a violation of the Representation of People's Act, which means he cannot be an MLA. And if he'll not be an MLA, he'll not be a Chief Minister. But the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha says that no, there are many such instances in the past where the Supreme Court has observed that these cases are not a matter of office of profit, and thus there is no question of his disqualification. Now the ball lies in the court of the governor, and Hemant Soren is weighing his options. Is it the end of the road for Hemant Soren? Or do the following things happen? Number one, is this an office of profit case? Is this an act of corruption? Is this a case of misuse of power of allotting a plot of land for yourself and also to your people close to you as alleged? Or is this political action, as the JMM now says that this is nothing but an extension of Operation Lotus? But you see, there's a catch. It's not just the BJP, but it is also the Election Commission of India, which now feels that yes, this is a case of office of profit. Then going forward, what are the options for Hemant Soren? Does he remain Chief Minister? Does he resign or is removed as an MLA and thus does not remain Chief Minister? Who becomes the Chief Minister in his absence? A family member or someone else from his political party? All these are at this moment in the realm of possibility. Is this the end of the road for Hemant Soren, or are there still some options left for the Jharkhand Chief Minister? I would like to welcome our guest, Dr. Ajay Kumar, ex-president of the Jharkhand Congress and national spokesperson of the Congress. Supriyo Bhattacharya is the General Secretary of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha. Ravindra Pandey, former BJP MP of Jharkhand, is going to join us in just a short moment, and Deshatan Nigam is a political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Ajay Kumar, we'll begin with you first. I want to know from you, when the Congress party and the JMM says that this is Operation Lotus, this is the BJP's imprint, this is the BJP trying to destabilize another elected government in yet another state, I hope you realize that the Election Commission of India, a constitutional body, has said, by way of sources, it is believed that they've told the governor that this could be a case of the misuse of the Representation of People's Act.
Sanket, so a couple of things. The first thing is, the sources are very strange. Okay, so Nishikant Dubey is a member of parliament from the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's been tweeting furiously right from the beginning, as if they know everything what is in the letter. So the first question is, if you're saying that if the Election Commission's sealed letter is where Mr. Dubey seems to be privy to it, that's the first question. The second question is, what I know of the what's in the public domain and what I know of this case in reasonable detail is that this was allotted, the land was already allotted in 2012 and the lease was renewed in 2021. And this is what the fact is. What is interesting, Sanket, I want to say is that no activity happened on it. Maybe procedural mistake for sure, but no activity happened on it. 0.8 acres of land, 0.8 acres. Similarly, incident happened in Jharkhand where you disqualified, the CBI disqualified one of our MLAs, Mr. Bandhu Tirki, because there was 6 lakhs unexplained source of income, 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs, which was the fees he paid for his daughter's education. Now, here we are saying that, look, public space, you must have the equal probity. Ajay Mishra Teni has been postponing a murder case for the past 14 years. Piyush Goyal share price jumps 1,000 times. No CBI ED, no government agency finding it useful. 100 crores Shiv Sena MLAs file an FIR in Mumbai saying, by the way, I gave 100 crores and the guys run away and that guy promised to make me a minister. So the question again is, the wider issue is very simple. That everybody, like-minded, sensible people, even Deshat and Nigam Saab, and all of us would want that there should be decency in politics. But the standards which are being implemented is that our political opponent, the Bharatiya Janata Party, can get away with dacoity, murder, everything is forgivable. And in this case, what is tragic is the continuous attack. I mean, they've been trying to destabilize the JMM Congress government for the past 2 years, from day one. And you know how it is. 25 crores is the statement people are saying with the Shiv Sena made. No ED. 25 crores. Some say 50, some say 25 crores were paid for every Shiv Sena MLA. Now, you might say it's conjecture because there's never an inquiry. So my question is very simple. You want probity in public life? Absolutely clear. But why is Ajay Mishra Teni in 18 years? Why is Piyush Goyal in 1,000 times share price? Why is that 100 crores, which is Shiv Sena MLAs gave it in Bombay and filed an FIR? And the most important thing is, how does the Election Commission's letter and details be known to Mr. Dubey and the Bharatiya Janata Party? I was in an earlier TV show. And last, and I want to finish off with one most important thing is, I told you that it was already, so this was something which was already when he was an MLA. It got renewed. Now, procedural, you might go after them and say office of profit, which we highly debate. And the Election Commission also gives you, by law, you have 8 weeks time to challenge the decision of the Election Commission in the court.
Okay.
So no, I'll finish off with the saying that Bandhu Tirki 6 lakhs. Why are you targeting tribals? Why are you targeting regional parties? Why are you targeting? Bandhu Tirki is the best example. 6 lakhs. Or Mr. Hemant Soren. And Mr. Hemant Soren's thing is, one thing I want to say is, if it's renewal, you might keep arguing that it was procedural, it must have been oversight, the government should have been more careful, yes. But does it entail this kind of action to destabilize? Is something, and I want to finish off with saying, children, different, probity in public life. The Prime Minister said, I'll have a special court. Where is the special court? And it only applies to opposition. The Bharatiya Janata Party, I've given you
Sure. I think you made a couple of points, and I can perhaps get in Mr. Deshat Nigam also to reply to those. But before I do that, Mr. Supriyo Bhattacharya is the General Secretary of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha. Mr. Bhattacharya, you see, the charge is that he allotted mining license to himself as mining minister. The BJP says that Soren allotted the lease to himself in 2021. Now, in 2021, he was the chief minister. The counter to that is that he got the lease in 2008 when he was not a minister, and the lease was surrendered this year without mining.
No, Sanket. See, the whole matter, this only matter is laying with High Court of Jharkhand, Supreme Court, and in Election Commission of India. In everywhere, there was our submission, and today some rumors came from Mr. Nishikant Dubey that the candidature of Hemant Soren, the membership will be cancelled. Who is Nishikant Dubey is authorized to deliver such a statement? Then where is Election Commission of India? Election Commission of India given observation to the governor of Jharkhand. Let the governor of Jharkhand to decide it. And when the governor came here in Kranchi, in airport, he said, I have no official communication from anyone. So let me go to my home, my Raj Bhavan, and find the actual position. Then why they are shouting that the membership is cancelling and everything is gone, Hemant Soren ends his political life? What is this? Because he is a tribal. And the people of Bharatiya Janata Party, they don't like their tribal to be a chief minister. For Babulal Marandi, he has enjoyed this chief ministership for 2 years. Mr. Arjun Munda, 3 times, but never completed 5 years. But Raghuvar Das, who is an outsider of Jharkhand, he completed his tenure. And when Hemant Soren was before 2000,
Mr. Bhattacharya, I want to ask you this question. Do I sense you converting this issue into a matter of tribal versus non-tribal?
This is a simple thing. Because they leased land, that land is not operated yet. No electric connection is being there. So how do you say that this is an office of profit that he is mining there? So we have so much of option.
No, for instance, what? Legal option? Is a legal option available to you?
Yes, legal option. When the official communication will come, we will go to the higher appellate authority that don't injustice with us. Because we have struggled for this state. We have made this state by our sacrifices. So we don't leave BJP to play here the foul game.
Okay. Deshratan Nigam, how would you respond? You've heard Mr. Bhattacharya and you've also heard Dr. Ajay Kumar, and they seem to say that there are various Supreme Court observations that basically say that this is outside the ambit of Office of Profit or even a violation of the Representation of People's Act.
Sanket, in fact, unless until I see the order,
yeah,
all my statements would be speculative, conjectural and contemplative. And therefore, I can discuss the position of law rather than the facts as, being propounded by everybody out here. So far as other cases are concerned, let me tell you as a lawyer, I remember the police was not investigating or, registering a case. I approached a court under the provisions of CRPC and the cases were registered. So I suggest Dr. Ajay Kumar, if he's aggrieved, if there are certain parties who are not filing cases or doing it, please approach the court. Since you say you have evidences, you have everything, please give it to the court, and I'm sure the courts will help you in registering. And I'm sure you have one of the best lawyers available to yourself in the Congress, and we all know about them. Now, so far as this particular issue is concerned, the Office of Profit is the one where MP and MLA derive benefits from the government, and this provision has been brought in to separate legislative and executive power, so the MLAs perform their duties without any influence. Now, in this particular case, there is a contract, no doubt. A sitting chief minister, who is also an MLA, has awarded lease to himself. That is the presumption I am making, subject to correction if it is proven wrong. And then, if pecuniary gain has been derived from that particular contract, is important, which has been said so by Supreme Court also. And if there is a pecuniary gain, first part is misuse of the office to give you lease to yourself, that one should not do. But the fact is, if so far as disqualification is concerned, there could be other laws applicable. Let me tell you, there could be some very serious laws apart from disqualification, being applicable. So far as disqualification is concerned, if there is a contract, mining lease is a contract, nobody can deny that. And if he has gained pecuniary gain out of it, then this would be covered under disqualification. That is why I'm saying if I'm writing a rider. Therefore, it all depends what is the finding of fact arrived at by the Election Commission based on evidence, which is very important to read before,
No, that is why the allegation, because if you see what Hemant Soren is saying or what the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha is saying, they are basically saying that right now many members of the BJP have become a constitutional authority unto themselves, and they are predicting what the poll panel will say. They are drafting a sealed poll panel report, and this is a blatant misuse of constitutional authority.
Let me answer that,
So
Sanket.
is that an advice you're giving to the BJP?
So my advice to everybody out here is please wait for the outcome of the governor so that everything is out in black and white.
Exactly.
One. Secondly, the battle of perception will always be fought outside the courts. Whether it is BJP, Congress, or any action which is taken by any agency, the opposition will say, no, it is vindictive. The courts have come to the conclusion in certain cases. They have, convicted out of 25 ED cases, 23 convictions have taken place, 25 cases which have been decided by court. So rate of conviction is very high.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
not talking
Quick reply, Dr. Ajoy Kumar.
So Deshratan sir, G is very well informed, but the ED has not convicted anybody in the past 8 years, firstly.
Courts have convicted. Courts have convicted.
No, one second. No, the ED court, there's no ED conviction in the past 8 years is zero. What I remember the record. ED conviction, one second.
Please,
let me complete, sir.
correct.
Let me complete. No, let me complete it. Second issue is the great ED has got a conviction rate of 0.5%. 0.5%. So the third issue is that the Bharatiya Janata Party is a Nirma washing powder machine of what? Hemant Soren joins BJP, washing powder Nirma, clean. No, let me complete. Mukul Roy, washing powder Nirma, clean. Subhendu Adhikari, washing powder Nirma, clean. So it's so the ability to destroy, and even the Chief Justice of India said that the way the ED is, the CGI of India, the Chief Justice says that the ED is losing its credibility because floor test in Bihar, ED is reaching. I'm surprised they didn't reach 10 days back. So the question again is, where is the integrity? Where is the, in public domain or places, the public domain, Piyush Jain, 150 crore rupees during UP election, everybody says Samajwadi, later on turned out to be a BJP supporter, case khatam. So my question, Deshratan ji, is, you might have the levers of investigation with the government will have the levers of investigation with them.
Sure.
Is bringing a great disrepute to the country.
Okay.
It is bringing me I'll complete, sir. And the question again is, Piyush Jain is a good example. Now everybody says it's a BJP guy, so there's no investigation now.
Okay.
So it's
can I
common
comment?
knowledge.
Larger question on who is being investigated.
Sanket, give me 10
I've completely run out of time.
Give me 10
Deshratan Nigam ji,
seconds.
just 10 seconds, please.
See, the fact is, if you go to the people and talk to the people on the ground, there's a huge amount of corruption. So let's not keep corruption in the background.
Okay.
It has to be in the forefront. Let's not glorify corruption. And secondly, let me tell you, courts are the only ones who can, wash the stains.
Okay.
Parties
Dr.
cannot.
Ajoy Kumar, Supriyo Bhattacharya, as well as Deshratan Nigam, thank you very much for joining
Thank you.
us. Thank you.
Thank you.
अब हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं झारखंड के पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री रघुवर दास जी। रघुवर जी, आपका एनडीटीवी में बहुत बहुत स्वागत। मेरा सबसे पहला सवाल ये है कि आपने ही ये जो ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट का मसला है, इसको 10 फरवरी को उजागर किया था, इसको हाईलाइट किया था। मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं, अब जब झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा की तरफ से बयान आ रहे हैं, उस बयान में ये कहा जा रहा है कि ये बीजेपी का पूरी तरीके से टेक ओवर है, आप कैसे जवाब देंगे?
देखिए, ये परिवार की भक्ति में लीन झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा सच्चाई में पर्दा डालकर लोगों को गुमराह करने का काम कर रही है। सरकार अपनी काली करतूतों के कारण ही आज मुसीबत में पड़ी है। स्वयं हेमंत सोरेन मुख्यमंत्री जी अपने पैर पर कुल्हाड़ी मारे हैं। तो राज्य में जो राजनीतिक अस्थिरता का वातावरण आज जो बना हुआ है, इसके लिए एक व्यक्ति जिम्मेदार है, वो स्वयं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री हेमंत सोरेन जी। क्योंकि बीजेपी ने नहीं कहा था कि आप मुख्यमंत्री रहते हुए अपने नाम पर लीज का पट्टा ले लीजिए। बीजेपी ने नहीं कहा था कि मुख्यमंत्री पद का दुरुपयोग करके अपनी पत्नी को आप पट्टा लीज दे दो। बीजेपी ने नहीं कहा था कि मुख्यमंत्री जी आप अपने पद का दुरुपयोग करके अपने विधायक प्रतिनिधि पंकज मिश्रा को आप लीज पट्टा दे दो। बीजेपी ने नहीं कहा था कि मुख्यमंत्री जी आप अपने पद का दुरुपयोग करके अपने प्रेस सलाहकार को पट्टा दे दो। तो आप तो स्वयं अपने पैर पर कुल्हाड़ी मार रहे हैं। आज जो सरकार हेमंत सोरेन जो सरकार के मुसीबत पड़ी है, तो उसके लिए एक ही व्यक्ति जिम्मेदार है, मुख्यमंत्री हेमंत सोरेन जी।
रघुवर जी, मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहता हूं कि ये पूरा मसला, आपने बोला कि वो उसके लिए जिम्मेदार हैं और ये ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट का मसला है और उनका डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन होना चाहिए, लेकिन उनकी तरफ से दलील ये है कि ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ पीपल एक्ट का मुद्दा है ही नहीं, ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट का केस बनता ही नहीं। इसका आप किस तरीके से जवाब देंगे?
देखिए, मीडिया पे आके हम अपनी बात कुछ कहे, वो अपनी बात कहे, लेकिन चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन एक संवैधानिक संस्था है। जब हम लोग ने महामहिम राज्यपाल को एक कंप्लेन किया है, क्योंकि लोकतंत्र में मुख्यमंत्री लोक सेवक होते हैं, ये राष्ट्रतंत्र नहीं है, ये राजा का तंत्र नहीं है, परिवार का तंत्र नहीं है, यह लोकतंत्र है। जिस तरह राष्ट्रतंत्र में राजा जो चाहे सो कर ले, प्रजा कुछ नहीं बोलेगी, तो ये जो परिवारवाद की पार्टी जब सत्ता में आते हैं तो इनकी मंशा ही होती है कि हम अपने परिवार, अपने लिए, अपने परिवार के लिए जो चाहे कर ले, प्रजा कुछ ना बोले। इस लोकतंत्र में लोक लाज लज्जा होता है, और ये लोक लाज लज्जा को छोड़कर मुख्यमंत्री स्वयं लीज का अपने नाम पर करना, अपने परिवार के नाम पर करना, तो निश्चित रूप से ये लोकतंत्र के लिए एक धब्बा है। और इसीलिए हम लोग ने महामहिम राज्यपाल को एक मेमोरेंडम देकर 11 फरवरी को माननीय राज्यपाल से अनुरोध किया था कि इनकी सदस्यता समाप्त की जाए, इनको डिबार की जाए। साथ ही साथ ये भ्रष्टाचार निवारण अधिनियम 188 के 13(1)D धारा के तहत ये आपराधिक कृत्य भी है। इस पर पीसी एक्ट का कानून केस भी इस पर लागू होनी चाहिए।
तो अगर मैं ठीक से समझ पा रहा हूं, आपका ये कहना है रघुवर जी कि एक तो ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट का मसला, और दूसरा ये पट्टा अपने नाम करना, अपने सहयोगियों के नाम करना, उसमें भी एक कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, ये कह रहे हैं?
यस, क्योंकि पद का दुरुपयोग किया ना, भ्रष्टाचार किया, तो 2 मामले बनते हैं। आपने ठीक समझा। एक हो गया लोक प्रतिनिधित्व नियम के 191(9) के तहत सदस्यता समाप्त, दीवार। दूसरा, इसने पद का दुरुपयोग करके अपने परिवार को भ्रष्टाचार के तहत इनको किया, तो पीसी एक्ट के तहत, भ्रष्टाचार निवारण अधिनियम के तहत इस पर भी एक केस होनी चाहिए।
लेकिन रघुवर जी देखिए, अभी आगे चल के उनके पास क्या विकल्प बचेगा? आप फर्ज कीजिए कि अगर उनको डिस्क्वालीफाई कर देते हैं और इसके बाद फिर वो कोई और मुख्यमंत्री बन जाएगा उनकी, या तो पार्टी से वो मुख्यमंत्री नहीं बनेंगे। आपको नहीं लगता, इससे पहले भी हमने ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट मसलों में देखा है कि लोग इस्तीफा देते हैं, फिर चुनाव लड़ते हैं और फिर जीत जाते हैं?
नहीं, देखिए, तो मुख्यमंत्री पर जैसे ही आरोप लगा तो मुख्यमंत्री में थोड़ी भी नैतिकता होती, कानून का सम्मान होता, उसी समय उनको रिजाइन दे देना चाहिए था, तो आज ये नौबत नहीं आती। और फिर जो लोकतंत्र में प्रावधान है कि 6 महीना सीएम रहकर फिर वो अपना चुनाव ले सकते थे, तो इन्होंने वो काम नहीं किया। फिर मैंने कहा ना कि ये जो राजतंत्र चलाना चाहता है झारखंड में, हम जो चाहे सो कर ले, कुछ नहीं होने वाला। इनको पता होना चाहिए लोकतंत्र या कानून का शासन है।
रघुवर जी, 2 एक सवाल मैं आपसे और पूछना चाहता हूं। एक तो एक आरोप ये लग रहा है कि जिस प्रेम प्रकाश के यहां रेड हुई और ये बताया गया कि वो हेमंत सोरेन के करीबी हैं और वो रेड हुई है उनके यहां, अब झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा का ये कहना है कि तमाम तस्वीरें इन्हीं प्रेम प्रकाश की आपके साथ भी हैं, तो ये आपके करीबी हैं ना कि उनके। इस पर आप किस तरीके से जवाब देंगे?
देखिए उपाध्याय जी, सार्वजनिक जीवन में किसी के साथ किसी का भी तस्वीर हो सकता है। 5 साल हमने सरकार चलाई, 5 साल ये लोग विपक्ष में थे, एक बेदाग सरकार हमने दी थी, एक दाग भी ये लोग नहीं उठा पाए। और अब 3 साल होने जा रहा है इस सरकार को, दिसंबर में एक भी दाग धोग नहीं पाए। कौन किसके साथ है, कौन क्या है, ये तो आपके समक्ष आप खुद टीवी में दिखा रहे हैं।
मेरा आखिरी सवाल रघुवर जी आपसे ये है कि अब ये आरोप लग रहे हैं कि जब ऑपरेशन कमल सीधी तरीके से ना हो पाए तो फिर अलग अलग उपाय ढूंढे जाएं और उसमें मुख्यमंत्री को घेरा जाए, सरकारों को गिराया जाए, ये उसी में एक और कड़ी है। ऐसा आरोप अब भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर लग रहा है। एक पृष्ठभूमि दी जा रही है जो आपने और राज्यों में किया।
उपाध्याय जी, मैं झारखंड के संदर्भ में कहना चाहता हूं, फिर मैं कह रहा हूं, क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने उन्हें कहा था कि आप अपने नाम से लीज ले लो? या भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सवाल कहां से आता है? अब मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं, आरोप प्रत्यारोप तो आप लगाते रहो, लेकिन आप उनसे पूछो क्या भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कहा था कि हेमंत सोरेन जी आप अपने नाम से लीज ले
नहीं, वो
लीजिए, अपना
पट्टे वाली
व्यापार
बात तो
करिए?
देखिए, अब जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है, अलग अलग एजेंसीज हैं, वो अपना फैसला, गवर्नर अपना फैसला सुनाएंगे। मेरा ये कहना है कि ये जो आरोप है कि ऑपरेशन कमल विधायकों की खरीद फरोख्त, उसकी कोशिश और राज्यों में कोशिश और उसी श्रृंखला में झारखंड में कोशिश,
नहीं, कोई कोशिश नहीं।
उसी का
भारतीय
हिस्सा है।
जनता पार्टी कोई ऑपरेशन लोटस नहीं चलाती है। ये झारखंड में अपने पैर पर अपने कुल्हाड़ी माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी मारे हैं।
मेरा आखिरी सवाल रघुवर जी, क्या ऑप्शन आपके हिसाब से, क्या ऑप्शन, विकल्प क्या है उनके पास?
अभी ये वो झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा कांग्रेस पार्टी चिंतन करे। हम तो एक लोकतंत्र के प्रहरी के रूप में इस लोकतंत्र का जो सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन है परिवारवाद, जो भ्रष्टाचार है, परिवारवाद भ्रष्टाचार, जो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अभी लाल किले से भी कहा इस देश को परिवारवाद और भ्रष्टाचार से मुक्त करना है, उसके लिए हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद से मुक्ति के लिए।
रघुवर दास जी, पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री झारखंड के, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद एनडीटीवी से बात करने के लिए।
धन्यवाद उपाध्याय जी, थैंक यू।